Oh, he just went low. He's in his head. He's in his head. He's open. His head wide open. Cracked open in the face.
And welcome everybody, it's MarioMan2100. We're back again with a new Let's Play, and I feel like since Kingdom Hearts 3 is out, the Remind DLC is on the way. It's November 2019. I felt like we should go back to Kingdom Hearts, and since we beat Kingdom Hearts 2 just a little while ago now, it's almost a year and a half, I think almost 2 years now since we finished that game finally. We're going with the original Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. Yeah, so it's via the HD 1.5 and 2.5 remix, or the disc in the story so far, which is basically the same discs as 1.5 plus 2.5 on PS4 and 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue. They're all in the one case, so yeah, so basically we're going to be playing the HD Final Mix version of Kingdom Hearts 1 for this Let's Play, and we're actually going to go in Proud Mode, or as the original game called it. I'm not sure if they changed it for Final Mix, they might have changed it to Proud. The original Kingdom Hearts called it Expert Mode. Vibration, yes. So we're going to go with Proud Mode, or yeah, so we're going to go Proud Mode, or Expert Mode as it's known in the original game. I do want to show off probably the original intro as well, because the old Squaresoft logo is a nice little callback to when the game first came out in 2002.
I've been having these weird thoughts lately. Like, is any of this for real or not?
That intro never gets old, and yes, I just realized we're kind of going backwards because we played Kingdom Hearts 2 the first time, and now we're going to get the context of Kingdom Hearts 1 from that Let's Play now, later on. But you wouldn't have heard the rendition of Simple and Clean because that, of course, would be copyright infringement on YouTube. So you probably heard a remix of Simple and Clean or a Kingdom Hearts remix in general. So yeah, so the intro still looks very good, even on the original Kingdom Hearts. The CGI intro, the full the FMV at the start is so beautiful. So we're going with Proud Mode, and usually when I am playing this game, I go with the shield, power the guardian, kindness to aid friends, a shield to repel all. Is this the power you seek? So that is more defense. So your path is now set. So you will be proficient in defense. When it comes to level 1, which I won't be doing for this, and if you're going in Proud Mode and doing a level 1 run, defense is not going to matter. Like, you usually would have to go with strength on that one, or magic. Because, basically, defense, it's not going to matter. You're going to get hit with one hit in general, with a lot of hits. Power the Mystic, inner strength. And I usually give up magic. I usually give up the power of the Mystic in most of my playthroughs. I've done a attack and defense. And those faces don't age well. It's a 15-year-old face, and it still looks really, really bad. Or I should say 15-plus-year-old face, and it's still, even in HD, it still doesn't look that great. But most of my playthroughs, I've done a shield run with the game rather than, because I've done the sword a couple of times. I think I might have once done Power of the Mystic as my proficient stat. You've gained the power to fight, and you're fighting there's a shield, and you're swinging the shield around the wrong way. See, now with a sword, this makes sense, but of course, back in the day in 2002, it doesn't. Magic is still. I didn't notice that. Magic is still a mystery to you. It's like, why are you giving me an MP bar? But yeah, it's a nice little tutorial. As for the voice, looking at the series for a long time, maybe you could say it's Ventus. I mean, with like further context on what happens in the series, maybe you could say it's Ventus being the voice that's guiding Sora. But at this point in time, like when the game first came out, you don't know. Because it's like, it's just a random voice. Into the void. Have a door, we must run to it. Now, in the old game, you'd have to scroll down to the bottom to press exam, but now it's via a triangle button, which thankfully they added from Kingdom Hearts 2. A lot of like reaction commands and stuff for a triangle. but you can open chests and stuff because you had to swipe down to the bottom of the menu to do a lot of things in this game. So examining things, opening chests and stuff, it was very irritating. So now we have a potion. And lifting things up and that sort of thing. Now we can examine the door. So yeah, so this Let's Play will be a very long one, no doubt in my mind. Whether it'll be as long as Kingdom Hearts 2, it's tough to say. I mean, we don't do the revisits, so it might be a bit shorter in some instances, but I still, yeah. And for PS4, we can use the touchpad to go into first-person mode. Now, the original game actually did have a first-person mode. I think it was like R3 or something to activate it, or L3, it was one of the two. But yeah, you could go into first person in the original game. You can also do it via the touchpad in this version of the game. Now, these questions are really important. So if you don't actually have the guide, or you don't search up a guide on YouTube or online, back in the original game, this is how your leveling up stats would be activated. So you have 3 different questions from 3 different characters. They're all Final Fantasy cameos. They give you so they give you different options, and each of the different options, A, B, and C, in each question activate a certain situation. And when you have a combination of 3, it changes how your stats are. So my adventure begins at midday with this question. So basically my leveling up is just going to be normal. There isn't going to be any special bonuses. If you're walking at dawn, I believe, from memory, if you begin at dawn, you level up at the start very fast. So your level ups reduced at the start, but at the end it gets harder and harder to level up. So it takes longer and longer and more XP at the end to level up. At dusk, it's the other way around. So you're leveling up slowly at the start and leveling up really fast at the end, which can be a good way of doing things. Level 1, it's not going to matter. And at the dead of night, I think it makes it a whole lot harder. I'm not sure what that does to activate when it comes to stats, like it's leveling up hard all the time. I'm not 100% sure. I have to research that. But there are 4 options when it comes to this. Midday, it's leveling up normally, so I'm going to go with that. Yeah, so if you have a look at the context of the series, I mean, you could say he opens up the door in this game, which we kind of know from Kingdom Hearts 2. Kind of opens up the door in Kingdom Hearts 2, and then with Kingdom Hearts 3, well, that's a spoiler, but, you know. Like, I mean, the game, yes, okay, it's not a year old yet, but... Yeah, so we can't go into the menu, like we can use options in fighting, but if I go to pause now, like if I'm in a fight, when we get control, it'll just pause, rather than going into the menu. And no dodge rolls yet. Gotta remember that's not something that I have at the moment. But yes, the AI is definitely a little bit better when it comes to the harder difficulties. Defending and blocking, especially in this game, is good. It takes a longer time to block in this game than it does in the other games. I feel like, because it's just like the animation is a lot longer. And the AI is picked up when it comes to harder and harder difficulty. So you go from like easy mode, you go beginner mode, it's really, really, really damn easy. We have a save point. It's good to save often, which I love. They bring out that message because in an RPG especially, yes, it's very important just to save. Because especially if you get into a situation where you're not high enough. Okay, so basically, there's going to be a level 1 run. I think from here, you have to activate Experience 0, because if you don't, this next fight will actually bring you up the next level. So, yeah, so if you were doing a level 1 run in this game, now would be the time to activate it. And we kind of get this a little bit of a spoiler in here, because it's a dream shield, so that means that we're in a dream. So I'm going to save. And yes, I've played a little bit of Proud Mode already. It's been a long time since I've done that. So we're going to go right near the bottom. Because there is 99 save files. And we'll go 97. We'll go 97, 98, 99. Just that way, at least when it comes to recording, I'm not, like, losing footage and stuff. So at least having, like, 2 or 3 save files in advance would be very good. But the way that I think I was doing this game, in particular when it comes to save files, is doing it one for every world, which I did for Kingdom Hearts 2 when I played it on the Final Mix version. Because that made it a whole lot better. Because at least then I could like play my favorite fights if I didn't have to redo them, like say like the data battles. It's hard to play some of the fights in the game, so. It's like, what the fuck? Shit. And we get to our first boss fight like 20 minutes into the game, which is good. It's good pace, 15-20 minutes. Now let's see if I can walk up the arm. Yes, I can. I was gonna say, because it's and one thing in this case, because like there you go, because if you hit him in the hand, you wouldn't get tech points, which in this game are very important, because tech points actually give you bonus experience points. So yeah, standing behind the dark side in this, because this is what the boss is called. So standing behind dark side in this, in that attack can be good. It doesn't always work though. Yeah, and don't get hit by the punch, because the punch hurts. The punch hurts a lot. But yeah, tech points actually give you more experience points throughout the game. Kingdom Hearts 2 didn't really do it that much, I will say, but Kingdom Hearts 3 kind of brings it back a little bit with tech points. I think it's kind of a little bit rare in Kingdom Hearts 3. But yeah, Darkside, very, very easy first boss. Although in Kingdom Hearts 3, when doing a level 1 run, fuck. I haven't done it, but I've seen it, and my god, like the AI is turned up to, like the AI is a little bit easy in Kingdom Hearts 3, I will admit. Like I said, it doesn't always work that this attack won't hit you when you're behind Darkside, because the attacks do home in on you. So Got to be careful and try and be out of their range. But yeah, I like the AI in Kingdom Hearts 3 is pretty easy. So we're up to level 3 now. That's one thing I love about Kingdom Hearts 1 is like when you beat a boss and you get that that satisfying feeling of beating a boss. It goes into slow mo. You can just kind of have like the congratulatory like fist bump. Like fuck yes, I did this. Because especially like a level 1 run, like if you're having so much trouble with like a boss, it's like when you see that screen, it's like a sense of jubilation and victory. It's like fuck yeah, it's so much trouble, but I did it. And we're going back into the void.
Whoa! Give me a break, Kyrie.
Sorry, you lazy bum. I knew that
Lazy
I'd find
bum.
you snoozing down here.
No, this huge black thing swallowed me up. I couldn't breathe, I couldn't... Ow.
Are you still dreaming?
It
I don't know
wasn't
what he gets hit by when he
Or
goes
was it?
ow, unless it's like a sudden pain in his head.
What was that
It's like
place? So bizarre.
Yeah, sure.
Say, Kyrie, what was your hometown like?
the
Know where
lip
you
flap.
grew up?
I didn't
I
miss
told
that.
you before. I don't remember.
I will admit, Kingdom Hearts 3's kind of spoiled me. I don't miss lip flap.
Nothing.
I mean, it's
Don't
classic,
do that.
but at the same time, it's still kind
Well,
of
I'm
a little bit
happy.
lazy.
Really?
Check it out. I wouldn't mind going to see it.
I
I'd like
mean,
to see it too.
to be fair, the
Along with
budget
any other world
probably
out
wasn't always
I'd
there.
like to
I
see
mean,
it
it's
all.
probably pretty
So
expensive
what are we
already.
waiting for?
Hey, aren't you guys forgetting about me? So,
Riku.
I guess I'm the only one working on the raft.
Ah.
So now, if it got hit
You're
by
just as
that,
lazy as
that
me.
would make sense.
So you know this. Okay, we'll finish it together. I'll race you.
Huh?
What? Are you kidding?
Ready? Go!
And it takes what, like 20 minutes to see the opening title screen. And I know that's a joke when it comes to Kingdom Hearts 2. It's like it takes like 6 in-game days to see the goddamn title screen of the game. But, you know, I love Kingdom Hearts 2. It's my favorite in the series. Kingdom Hearts 3 is right up there. And Kingdom Hearts 1, I will say, is right up there as well. Two logs, one cloth, one rope. Okay, so we don't need fish yet, that's the next day. So yeah, so basically Destiny Islands is basically our tutorial world, other than like Dive into the Heart being a tutorial. And this is a nice starting area. And we have a wooden sword. So that's our trusty weapon. I gotta remember that the load times in this game are really, really, really fast. I forget that because in Kingdom Hearts 1.5 on PS3, the load times were a little bit faster than Kingdom Hearts 1's, but they were still pretty long. So we can climb up trees and stuff. We don't have to climb up them yet. I was just showing that you can do them. So you can climb up those. Yeah, so we have clogs, rope, and all that type of stuff. But we have situations where we can fight other characters, like Riku. Riku, of course, also has a wooden sword. Yeah, okay, I was gonna say, I forgot there was 4 hits.
It's my turn. Don't tell me you're giving up already. It's my turn.
So yeah, so combo finishes can be good in this fight,
My turn.
but probably not a good idea when you've already hit him once, because I think it's every 4 attacks that he has, treat.
Still don't got it. Come on.
Ow. See now, on level 1, this would still be like a very hard fight. I mean, it is still a hard fight. Like, if you bring it more over here, like, it's more open. Step side.
Come on. My turn.
But yeah, David Gallagher does a really great job as Riku. And I mean, his voice work just gets better throughout the series. Like, I will say, like, Riku in the franchise is probably the most redeeming character in this franchise. Because, I mean, Sora just basically stays the same a lot. Yeah, if we fall out of the area, it basically counts as a loss. Sorry about the beeping, but that's not going to change for the franchise. Don't swing in the air. Probably not a good idea. If you can manage it, like,
Don't tell me you're giving up already. My turn. Don't tell me you're giving up already. My turn.
I would love like in a scenario where it would just the coconuts, because the coconuts when you hit the trees can fall out, which we will need in the next day. If it just landed on his head and just like KO'd him, like ow.
Don't tell me you're giving up.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say we're getting to the end of the fight because he's just like he's guarding and then just gonna hit you. And yes, Sora keeps score, and you get a potion for beating Riku. So another item in our items, which I think we can equip. So yeah, so I gotta remember we gotta exchange them in this game, not just use them. So if we go to our status right now, our HP is at 18. We're at level 3. Strength is 6 and 6. Sorry, strength and defense are at 6 and 6. 4 XP to the next level up. And yeah, so basically that's the abilities that we've learned. You've learned Experience 0. I'm not sure if it's just the remixes that do this, or we're looking at a situation of just the HD version having Experience 0 at the start, because I think you can do it in the original Fire Mix. I think you can do a level 1 run, although it was a little bit harder back in the day just because of the quality of the game at the time. Clock. Yeah, so our camera couldn't move in there. And we have some, like I said, some Final Fantasy cameos in this game. So we have all of our equipment. We can fight all these guys.
Hey, Sora, you feel lucky
So we
today?
have young Titus, or Tidus, from Final Fantasy X.
You're going down.
So yeah, so Titus has a stick. Out of the 3 Final Fantasy cameos on Destiny Islands, Tidus is definitely the hardest, and I go with either or, Titus or Tidus. I think my dad has said Titus before, and maybe that's where I picked up Titus, like other than maybe online. Ow. I gotta remember the swing is really like the range. Now of course, out of everybody, the HB amounts are much less on the other kids than Riku. So that's Titus, or Tidus, from Final Fantasy X. We have Selphie,
Feels great.
who I believe is from Final Fantasy VIII.
Okay, don't go back.
And she uses a skipping rope, which is not completely out of the realm of what she had in Final Fantasy VIII. I believe it's Final Fantasy VIII. It's either 8 or 9. Ow.
You ready?
Wow, I'm gonna do really terrible. Because there's a fight later on that I'm just like, yeah. Why you keep going to the ocean? Up here. Help me out.
You ready?
Yeah, gotta remember the dash. Keep forgetting the dash.
Oh, I can't believe I lost.
Yeah, so that's Selphie. And not the word selfie. It's actually spelled differently.
Hey, what's happening, man?
And we have Waka, who I'm not sure it's the same voice actor. I'm not 100%. And Waka is also from Final Fantasy X. And we can hit the balls back. The Blitz ball. Yeah, gotta time it well. As for the super, because we'll see the super attack not too long. When he goes take this, yeah, I don't think you can hit that one back. If you can, I have never seen it. Ow. But yeah, you can get a lot of tech points out of Waka. Waka can be the easiest if you know how to do everything. I just noticed his toe. Oh no, it's okay. I was thinking his toe's clipping through the texture, but it's that the big toe has a bit of cloth over it itself. So yeah, so if we go back to Tidus, I don't know. I interchange both of them, and we can have an option after fighting all 3 of them to go 3-on-1. Now, I would say probably Waka is probably the best person to get out of the fight early in this one, just because of how. See, that does a lot of damage. But yeah, out of everybody, Tidus, like Waka, I think it's the hardest. Ow.
Hey, you guys, I think you overdid it.
Yeah, but that is a hard fight. If you beat that, I think you get like a potion or an ether or something from that fight. I'd have to remember. I have to do it off screen and tell you because yeah, I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, we're just gonna save here and basically be done with the first episode because I think it's about half an hour. I reckon I want to do these episodes when it comes to each. Sorry, stretching. When it comes to each of the episodes, I think I'm right like 30 to 35 minutes. I think is fine. Later on, when it gets harder and there's a lot less, a lot of things going on, then the episodes might get longer, especially with the finale. It might be really long. But yeah, so that's basically the start of the Kingdom Hearts 1. Next time we'll be heading into going to Kyrie to hand all our supplies in and to see the rest of the story and see more of Destiny Islands, basically. So with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching the first episode of Kingdom Hearts Final Mix via the Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 HD remix on PS4, part of the Story So Far collection. This has been Mario Man 10100. You guys have a great day and night, and of course, take care.